So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot.
Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
My mic sounds. My mic sounds. My mic sounds. You were supposed to finish it.
Like,
Nice.
I forgot the line. You gotta, I wasn't even paying attention.
See what I'm saying?
I got starstruck. Look, she over there got the phone now. You good?
Look, she over there working. Everybody is working today. That's what it's all about. Baton Rouge Entrepreneurship Week. Thank you so much to Nexus, Louisiana for showing up and showing out. Here it is. We're here for another episode of the LaTangela Show podcast. I saw him walking by and I was like, yeah, he looks busy. Let me harass him for a second. None other than Mr. Quintarius Queen. How are you?
I'm fine. How you doing, love?
I'm holding on.
Ooh, okay.
You know, having a fantastic time as Brew Week is in full effect. And you know, I have questions that need answers.
I'm listening.
Okay, just making
I'm
sure.
waiting on you.
Now today you're here, and I want to talk about your experience. But before we jump into it, as a visionary, as an entrepreneur,
Yes, ma'am.
I know that you're all about working with others and helping them bring their business into a stable situation.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me a little bit about the Clever Group.
So the Clever Group was designed for one simple mission, I guess you can say. Everybody got some type of goal, some type of dream, something that they want to do. And as it pertains to young entrepreneurs, a lot of the issue is either time constraints, you're ripping and running, you don't have time to press pause and think about it, and lack of financial knowledge is one of the hugest things. So for me, the idea was putting the Clever Group together to be that person to bridge that gap between helping you manage your personal and business life.
Yes.
From a financial planning standpoint.
Wait a second. We're
ahead.
supposed to plan our finances?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. It's a big deal. A lot of people don't know it's important. Yeah.
And they find out way too late.
Yes, ma'am.
Way too late. By the time you're in the red, it's now like, oh yeah, I should have paid attention. Oh yeah, I should have put that receipt over here. Oh yeah, I shouldn't have used that card. Oh yeah, that interest rate looks a little
You
different.
know.
Oh, do I? And learned it the hard way. And that's why it's important that we get ahead of the curve, right? And with the Clever Group, I know that there's no business too small or too large, but at what point do we reach out to Quintarius Queen and his team?
For me, the biggest thing is I say start early. I'm big on that because even if we never really work together, just having the education factor as part of my business model is huge. Being able to point you in the right directions, because a lot of people don't know what they don't know. And that's one of the craziest things that I see a lot is that when you don't know something and then you just think you're all right, and then at the end of the day, you're really not. So for my thing is coming out early, just asking questions. There's no harm in that.
And you know, you don't want to feel as if you're walking in a room, you're already intimidated,
Right.
especially if this is new uncharted territory for you. You don't want to feel as if you're asking a stupid question.
Right.
I don't want you looking at me as if, and you know, I've noticed, especially with a lot of black entrepreneurs, they really have issues with walking in, talking about their finances because we don't want people in our business. It's the same thing as therapy. I don't want to talk to no therapist. I don't want nobody in my business. I don't want nobody knowing nothing about my money. You know, so it's something that has been so embedded for so long. You'll see those businesses begin to turn around so fast.
Yes, ma'am.
The doors were shut before they're even properly open.
Yes.
Because we don't know who to go to, or we're afraid to ask. We're intimidated fresh out the gate. What are some of those things that you feel would help eliminate those stigmas?
For me, I'm so glad you said that because that was a pain point I've been like really harping on, understanding that you said it from like a therapist standpoint.
Yeah.
A lot of people are very embarrassed to talk about their financial situation, and I like to bring the comfort, but also the enthusiasm and the non-judgment zone. Like,
Okay.
I'm the person that's coming, you got an issue, man, and we all are not perfect. I got a certain skill set in a certain area that you can add, you know, to your tool set. You can just listen to me from an education standpoint. So being that person to make it comfortable for you to feel okay. Let it all out. Let me know what's going on. In order for me to give you the proper recommendation and diagnosis, I need to know everything, you know what I mean? So I try to make it as comfortable, being myself. You know, I'm a personality guy, I'm high energy.
Yeah.
I like to bring that vibe to let you know that it's okay, right? And one of the biggest things too is I always tell them, you're never really overwhelmed. You just disorganized. My job is to
get
sort
out
it
my
out.
business. Hold on. Where's the stop button? You're not overwhelmed. You just need to get your stuff together.
That's it.
Like, golly, man. I write out the list, but then I can't remember where I put which list. So
Exactly.
who told on me? So I'm not the only one?
You're not at all.
Okay, good. I just want
No,
to make sure
ma'am.
I'm not your problem client that you go out here and use as the example
Oh, no.
and the poster child of it, right?
No, indeed.
And I know that you have been putting blood, sweat, and tears into this business, making sure that your business thrives, and your business, it thrives on making sure that others thrive, because word of mouth is everything.
Absolutely.
So if Quintarius can help me with my business, surely he can help you with your business.
Yeah.
And if he does not give good customer service, we know that's going to come back 20,000
Oh,
times even
absolutely.
faster, right? So what are some of the resources that you feel that your firm offers that really sits well with those who come to you?
It's the comprehensive financial planning aspect, and I'm adamant on calling myself a financial planner and not a financial advisor. Most financial advisors are really good, but a lot of them they're salesy, right? They're selling you a product. For me, it's about the map, the roadmap, to be able to sit down and listen to whatever problems you got going on and the goals you're trying to get to, and being that person to give you the right direction to say, hey, man, look, you might need to save. If you want to get married here, you want to buy a car, you want to do whatever it is you want to do, you might need to put some money here or stop spending there. You might want to do this, you might want to go here. The whole comprehensive aspect of it is like, that's the biggest resource and biggest value I add to everybody.
Absolutely. Now, I have to ask this, though.
Go ahead.
It's like people, if I get on a plane and the pilot looks like he's so young, I'm like, hey, man, how long you been flying this plane? Hey, you look like you're fresh out of high school. How long you been doing? It's like,
For like 4 years.
you see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And I love that because you have a passion for this and you're driving this to like the next level. So not only are you saying, look, I'm fresh in the game, but I am so organized in this. I can see you around the corner. I can help you. I'm relatable to the issues that you're facing. I know the lingo. So it's not about me telling you to put it in this type of a situation. Now it may look different. So what does that look like? How does that fit your needs? And it's also a comfort level for me just seeing you be so young doing this. Now you're telling others, man, you better get serious about your finances before they say it's time to retire.
Absolutely.
It's now the time to have the conversation as of what does that look like, even if you're planning it out for a vacation.
Right. Absolutely. And it's crazy because being so young is the value that's the benefit of me right now in this aspect, because I worked at bigger firms, right? So fresh out of LSU in 19, ended up working for a financial company. It was a life insurance company. I hated it because all they was doing is selling life insurance. I'm trying to help people plan their life. Left there, went to another company. All they want to do is sell investments and annuities. Hated that because, once again, I'm selling something. Finally ended up with another company who had everything I needed in financial planning, the whole 9 yards of like seeing the process from client, relationship building, not just pointing them in this direction, but giving them that recommendation too, like the whole aspect of it. The issue with them, they wanted to work with those retirees, those people with 500 grand in assets and stuff like that. My area is entrepreneurs.
Help me get to the 500 grand to tell me now was the time to go golf.
There you go. You follow me. So being so young, but I'm a sponge, right? I love learning. So I'm picking up everywhere I go. I'm taking something with me. Something is getting in this toolbox. And finally, after everything, it was like, hey, Q, if you don't start now, man, you ain't never gonna do it. So it just gave me, listening to people in my corner was pushing me to start your own firm. You've been there, man. It's no point in going and work at another firm that, gonna do the same thing again. It's corporate America. I applaud you for that.
I appreciate it. You saw that there was a need. You filled the void. And not only did you say, I'm just going to jump out there and do it, you paid your dues. You started working for these other firms fresh out the gate. You saw what you loved, took that with you, saw what you didn't like so much, and say, okay, I can tweak this. And not just from the first to the second to the third to the fourth and say, this is the end all to it. No, create your own. And while you're doing that, you are paving the path for so many others.
Oh, man.
And I want you to think of this as an extension of your office.
Appreciate that.
I like to say that to everyone who sits in this hot seat on the tan line, because I feel as if we all have a story to tell. And it's best told in our own voices, right? And
you're talking now.
I have the poof movement, which is power over obstacles forever.
Love it.
No matter who you are, what phase of life you're in, you're going to have those obstacles. But at that fork in the road, how do you say, I got the power over this obstacle forever? I'm not going to let it hold me back today. I'm not going to let it hold me back tomorrow. I didn't let it hold me back yesterday. For you, how do you stay centered and focused to say, I got power over this obstacle forever?
I was asked this question so many times, I never could find the right answer. But what I always say when I am asked this is it's just a grit, right? It's a thing for me, it's a burning sensation to say, people out here need what I have.
Yes.
This is a talent. This is not something I was just born with. This is something I believed in, I have a passion for, and people need it. So that just kind of constantly kept me going with saying, hey, look, you can, inspire your whole generation, because that's my biggest mission.
Yeah.
Our generation, the younger generation, doesn't even have that person that they can run to, like you said earlier, that person they can feel confident in. Well, if it's up to somebody to do it, why not me?
Absolutely.
So that's been the thing to drive me to get to that level of being this person. From a financial planning standpoint, I can go to Q. Q's my guy. We can talk.
I love it.
Yes.
So listen, if you're planning on having a kid, call Q. If you're planning on retiring, call Q. You're planning on getting a retirement home or a first-time home buyer, call Q.
Call
you
Q.
want to know when is the first time on some land, call Q. Or if you want to have a barbecue, call Q. Because if you're going to invite your family and your friends, that caterer start hitting for a lick.
Hello. You got
to think this through. You got to think it through. But whatever it is, call Q. How can we contact you?
So you can get in touch with me through my phone number. My cell phone number is 985-713-2243. You can also visit my website at www.theclevergroup.org. And you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok, because that's where most of my audience is at Q21_.
Q21
_.
Bam, there you have it. We got more work to do. So I'm going to let you chase the sun or let the sun chase you, but either way, get after it.
Gotcha.
I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you. Thank you.